this is Allie back from the Liebermans. I am here today to give you my first real video because I know I put a video out a couple days ago, but that was just like my introduction, my little let you know who I am kind of video. But today I have next to me a table of all the items and vitamins and other things that I use to help during our journey of trying to conceive. Also, pardon my voice today. I woke up yesterday morning not feeling so great, but I definitely still wanted to do this video for you guys, but just pardon the few during the video. I'm going to go ahead and start out with my vitamins that I use during our journey. And the first one is, of course, the typical, my prenatal vitamins. I don't know, these are just the first ones I've tried. I'm sure, if I don't really like these, they're almost empty. Maybe I'll move on to another brand, or if there's any suggestions. I have given some thought into, I think it's something that they've been calling, I think it's raw code or something like that. I've seen on videos because I watch so many. But I've seen on the videos that they used it from Whole Foods or something. Again, I think it's like raw code or prenatal or something like that. I'll have to look into that, but that is one thing that I've been considering doing. Of course, also back to the prenatal with this one, I was really wanting one that had folic acid in it, and just basically I haven't heard bad things about this one. Also, I do vitamin D3. Sorry about the lighting. I take a 5,000 IUI because I actually have vitamin deficiency, like I mentioned before, and a lot of people say that's because of Michigan, but I used to live in tropical settings, so I think that that's mostly what it is. It's like my body's not used to me being more indoors, it's not used to not being out in the ocean and things like that, getting lots of sun. But I heard that vitamin D3 is good for, it's like a lot of different things. It helps like your hormone balance, for circulation, like not circulation, I'm sorry, for cervical mucus, because, sorry, TMI video, I think everyone knows that, but I'll start calling it CM just to be, courteous. But that promotes or helps with your CM. Also, I'm not even gonna try and butcher this name. I just call it sac Bioti. I don't even know. I don't know. But this one I got off of a video on YouTube that I watched as a recommendation, and I have my notes over here, so excuse me if I'm looking over here. This one is a friendly yeast probiotic, and it's supposed to like clean out the bad bacteria that's in your body and replace it with the good. So I figured something to give it a try. That one I only started this month. The prenatals I've been doing for a couple months, and the vitamin D I've done for like 2 or 3. And then my final vitamin, this one I also only started this month, is L-arginine, I believe is how you say it. This one, my notes here, it promotes circulation. That's the one that promotes the circulation. It helps your blood supply and brings in nutrients and things to your body, keeps things flowing, preparing your body for a potential baby. So yeah, that's it that I have for my vitamins. Now, this is a little something extra that my husband and I have tried, and this involves the bedroom. Baby dancing, as a lot of people call it. This one, we have mixed reviews, and excuse the noise of my chair. This one, I don't know. My husband doesn't like it. I like it, but he doesn't. And of course, it matters what he likes too. So, we're probably not going to use this anymore. And I mean, I've read so much up on if you actually need this or if you can use your normal bedroom friendly aids. And given all the research I've done and everything, I think we're gonna go and stick with our usual that we use in the bedroom, but this is our Conceive Plus fertility lubricant. Now my husband doesn't like it because of how it feels. I guess it's not as nice feeling for him. I, on the other hand, I don't mind it and I enjoy it and I think it feels fine. But the particular box has these little tubes that you break off, and I mean, typically this gets us 2 times. Like, I don't generally need a lot, but it's just towards the end of things going on. My little assistance, you know. So yeah, but that's about it as far as aids for supplemental type things and bedroom lubricants. I don't really know what to call that and if people get offended by that or not, but again, this is a trying to conceive community, so I don't see why that would offend anybody. But seeing as how my channel is not only centered around that, I'm trying not to step on some toes. So aside from that, I also have started this month, I tried grapefruit juice and eating grapefruit as well. And let me just tell you, that's not so easy for me because I am not a grapefruit lover. But the juice makes it easier because I can just drink it and it'll help things along. So the next thing I'm gonna go into here now is showing you what I use. This month I decided to try a different ovulation test strip, and I just wanted to give it, you know, a different try because I was using Pregmate. And those ones, I don't know, they were slightly annoying me because it would, I don't know if it was me or if it's a test, but then like one day it would show up and I'd start thinking, oh, I'm about to hit my peak, it's getting there, it's getting darker, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it just starts going down again. And honestly, that may have happened on this one as well. I will show you, I have my progression so far for my ovulation sticks. I will show you so far what it is. And again, I started testing a little early, but I just wanted to make sure because I don't generally ovulate the typical cycle day 14, whatever it is. So I start a little before that. I mean, there's been previous months where I was a freak and started testing way too early, but then I started convincing myself like, oh, I'm missing it. But anyways, going back to these, I started taking this month Clinical Guard ovulation test strips. Let's see if I turn this light off, if that makes it easier to see or harder. I don't know. But yeah, so those are the ones I'm taking now. I will show you my progression. I'll probably insert another picture, or maybe I will just figure out a way, but right now my camera's attached to my little ring there. But yeah, so those are my ovulation sticks. Now go. Okay, so here is my ovulation progression so far. I don't know if you can see very well. I think you should be able to. But this is, I started at cycle day 12, which is later than I usually start. I usually start around cycle day 10, maybe 11. But I went ahead and waited this month a little bit longer. Not further, not too much further. But if you'll see here, I think it is cycle day 13. It tricked me a little bit. Like, I honestly thought that my peak was about to start happening. And then it didn't really stick. They're kind of the same now. But it started to get lighter, and then now it's starting to get darker a little bit again. So we'll see. Like, starting today, since today's the 3rd of October, I'm starting to go 3 times a day and check it. But whereas before I was doing, you know, the first day I only did PM. So I really almost waited to the 13th to start, but I was like, no, I just need to check. And then on the 30th of September, I went AM, PM, all the way down until today. Back to Pregmate. These are my pregnancy test HCG strips, and I also got some of the Clinical Guard ones as well. And then this month I'm also trying these I saw this on a video, and a lady was being advised by her friends or a community that she joined and would talk about her journeys with, and they recommended these pregnancy tests to her. And I went ahead and I got them, and I obviously haven't been able to use them yet. I mean, I just got them for this cycle, but when reading it, it said that it needed 15 seconds of dipping into the urine, or until you see the control line show up, which that to me is really different. Like, none of these tests have ever, I mean, maybe the digital ones ask you to put in for like 20 seconds, but I've never had one of these have that long of a dip. So we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty interested to see if these are different or not, because I will tell you this, I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of issues with having evap lines show up, and to be quite honest with you, I get them a lot on the first responses as well. So I'm trying not to be a first response junkie this month, because the last 2 cycles I have gone out and I have spent way too much money on pregnancy tests, when I could be spending that on other things. But it's part of the journey, right? So I do have, with that being said, on reserve, my little stash. Oh, I already have one out for you. I have 2 of these first response digitals, which I only use towards the end of my cycle. The end of the DPO is before your period is supposed to start. But occasionally I do, like I said, become a freak and use them a lot sooner than I need to. But those, I told myself this month, no digitals until closer to the end. And this puppy I've had for like 3 months sitting in my cabinet in my bathroom, and I almost caved. I almost caved last cycle and used it, and I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been a waste. And I don't know, I have mixed reviews on digitals. I honestly feel like if it's not showing up on a line, if you're not seeing a line and it's not clear enough, I'm gonna try and tell myself not to dip him. Like, don't dip the digitals, because it'll be a waste of money, a waste of time, and it'll just get your hopes, let your hopes down or whatever. So yeah, basically this month my plan is to only start testing with one of these. The first, when I first cave and I feel like I need to test, I'll pick one that I want to stick with, or maybe I'll switch between, I don't know. But eventually towards the end, I'll start testing all 3. Probably around, 8 TPO, 9 TPO, I'll probably start doing all 3. But I'm also gonna admit it, I'm not gonna hide it, I am one of those people who start testing around 6 DPO. I personally just really, really want to catch progression line, and I know a lot of people say that, but I want one. So that's about it. Those are the pregnancy tests, the ovulation sticks, everything that I use. The only thing I have left about this cycle really that I can maybe talk to you about and see if any of you have had this happen, and I will insert a picture of this, but I'm gonna use my phone here. My cycle this time, and I don't know if it's because of all the things that I'm using this cycle to try and aid in our chances, but my temperatures have gone like this the whole first half of this cycle, and normally it doesn't look like that. I'll post a picture of the month before, and I'll post a picture of my month currently, and you will see that it's and they're high. Like, I don't know, again, if that's because of the supplements, but I mean, I can try and show you, but I don't think it's going to show up properly, so I'm going to go ahead and just insert pictures, and I'll put them in, at some point, either here or at the end. Great, so now here is my Fertility Friend app. I have it already open for you. Let me go back here a little bit to September, just to kind of give you a glimpse onto how things were going, I should say. So I started to ovulate around cycle day 14. And we made sure to baby dance quite frequently last month, whereas previous months before we had not really been great about it. Let's see if it'll let me go. There we go. If you can see here, we were horrible. August was not our month of real trying, I should say, but we gave it a shot. July, kind of the same. I think at these points, like, we had a lot going on in those months, and like we just kind of had, just gave it a shot, but not really. Yeah, I mean, you can see here every time once in the window. So let's go back to September 1st. And I got my positive OPK on the Saturday the 5th, which was cycle day 17. Whereas in August, my positives didn't start happening until the 20th and the 21st. And July 18th. So kind of a big range there, in my opinion. And I still am not quite aware as of yet if when it's going to be, because I definitely have not ovulated yet. As far as I'm aware, if you guys saw my ovulation chart so far, progression, I mean. So yeah, going into this month so far, we have baby danced. We started a little early just because I had that trick on the 13th, or cycle day 13, I should say, where we really thought that I was about to start peaking. So we started here, and then we went ahead and baby danced on cycle day 14, gave it a break on the cycle day 15, and then, baby danced today. And then our plan, as long as everything goes smoothly, our plan is to go ahead and baby dance on cycle day 17 and 18 and maybe 19, but we don't want to overdo it because we do know that in September we were a little, by the time we got our peak, we were just kind of like already a little over it. Just, we don't want to turn it into chores, basically. But yeah, I mean, like, as you can see here, in August, we started on cycle day 10 all the way to cycle day 14, gave it a break, and then went for 3 more days. So this time, I guess we did start, cycle day 13. But who knows? We're just trying different things. And basically, now to what I came here to show you, is my chart this month. So I don't know, just it's kind of confusing to me. I don't know why it's so sporadic. Again, like I said, the only thing I can think of is the new vitamins and things that I've added into our trying to conceive journey. But if you see here, like, I don't know, like, even just like at this point here, like just at this level, just seeing how high it goes up and how far it goes down and then all the way back up and then all the way back down, like that's not normal for me. At least it hasn't been since I've been tracking. So, I mean, I'll go ahead and show you last month. Look at that. To me, that's like a beautiful transition. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone else has experienced this. Again, I have been kind of horrible at tracking some of the previous months, but again, we weren't wholeheartedly trying completely. I know in May we gave it a fair shot, I feel. I mean, that's a little sporadic itself, but I mean, like, let's go all the way back and see how high. I mean, like, even just right here, like this one, it's pretty high, and then like over here again, and then all of a sudden, I mean, I know that I'm sick, but I mean, we've got this one over here, and then all the way down here this morning. I mean, maybe now my body is gearing up for ovulation, and I know that I'm also sick. That's why this one and this one are circled, because the app told me like I reported illness and it could affect it. And maybe throughout the rest of the month I have felt a little off, so maybe I've been fighting this off for a while. My body's just kind of like not cooperating this month, but who knows. I hope that doesn't affect anything. But any advice or anyone else who has experienced this, please go ahead and let me know. All right, thanks. But yeah, that's about it. And I'm new to this. I'm not very technical, like when it comes to all the filming stuff and all the editing. So please bear with me as I learn and I hopefully get better at doing this. And I don't really have a filming schedule as of right now. I'm just kind of gonna go with the flow. Whenever something arises, an idea I have or something, then I will go ahead and film and put it on for you guys to see. And I really do hope that I can have a community where you all come and kind of just join in, talk, give advice, tell me your stories, anything, really. I'm so interested. I have watched so many hours of everyone's journeys on YouTube, and my husband sometimes laughs like, oh, you're doing that again today. Like, yeah, I'm doing that again today. I'm trying to have a baby, so again, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and watching, and hopefully I wasn't too boring or I didn't chatter too much. But I look forward to the next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. All right, have a good day. Bye.